everybody. Welcome to Life with Annie. Let me get you a little closer. I'm gonna put some taco soup on. And I've got a few cans to open here, so I'll do that while y'all are getting notified, hopefully. So, let me see. I'm gonna drain those off. That's a, so I'm making it's 8-can taco soup. It's a chicken taco soup. It's usually the one I make. You can make it with hamburger, but originally when I found this recipe, I followed the recipe instructions, and it was to use canned chicken. Oops, I opened the wrong corn. We're gonna have cream corn tomorrow. Hold on one second, y'all. Here we go. No worries there, because we can have this tomorrow. I will put it in something. So anyway, that's the recipe I've made. I have done it with hamburger before, but I'm kind of used to having it with chicken, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, I see people are here now. Pamela says it's a beautiful day in Illinois. It's sunny here, I think. Yeah. I mean, it's not sunny, but I think there's a chance we could get some rain from that weather event out on the East Coast, but they're not sure if it's going to come as far west as we are, but we will see. Okay, so there is the regular corn. So what I'm going to put in here, it's 8-can taco soup. So I've got 1 can of black beans here, 1 can of corn. Calls for pinto beans. I didn't have pintos, but I do have some kidney beans, so I'm gonna just substitute and use that. Y'all, it's a pop can. I've actually had coffee today and some tea. But I have to admit, I haven't been moving too much. I've been kind of watching some TV. And then this is a can of diced tomatoes. So we've got that over there. And then we got 3 more cans to open. 1 can of chicken stock, 1 can of, it calls for green enchilada sauce. I've used both. I had the red enchilada sauce, so that's what I'm going to use. And the can of green chilies. I'll go over these ingredients again when I get everything opened up. So what are y'all having on this Sunday afternoon? What did you have for Sunday dinner, or what are you having for Sunday supper? Okay, so there is our stock. Set that over there till I get these 2. Y'all, I love this little can opener. One of y'all sent it to me. And it is so easy to work. And it's Chef Master. Sometimes, depending on the size of your can, you got to get it at the side where you can turn that crank. Okay, so these we don't have to drain. And then I've got a can of chicken. Usually I double this chicken. I'll buy 2 cans of chicken. But I was going to make this last week when Matt was out of town, and so I only bought 1 can, and I ended up not getting around to making it. So we're just going to have 1 can of chicken. All right, let me get a strainer so I can rinse some of those off. Let me grab one here. I'm gonna pour this juice into the sink and drain some of these beans off, and then we'll just start adding it into our pan. Okay, so these are the kidney beans and the black beans. And we're just going to whoop it over here. All right, got that in there. Let's see, I'm going to strain this corn out. Now, I'll look at your comments in just a second. I just wanted to get this kind of going. There's the corn. And I think that's all I have to strain. Okay. So now we're going to add in, well, I'll probably drain the chicken off, the whole can of chilies with the juice. I don't leave the juice out. The volume is all the way up, y'all. Hey, Geraldine. Okay, so I'm just going to put the chilies in there. And I'm going to put the chicken stock in here. The enchilada sauce. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this on because I'm going to let this simmer for a couple of hours. I've got 1 can of diced tomatoes, and I've got the petite diced. I like the smaller ones. In they go. And then I'm just going to drain this chicken off, and then we'll pour this in. Some people can hear just fine, so I don't know. Check your volume. Mine's all the way up. Okay, in goes the chicken. And then we're going to put in some seasonings. So I'm going to stir this up a little bit. Okay. Everybody else, some people are saying they hear me just fine. Hey, Lori, welcome. She's new here. Good to have you here. I'll set that over there, that other corn. I'm going to just kind of break this chicken up just a little bit. Okay. I'm making a taco soup, a 8-can chicken taco soup. And so far I put 1 can of corn drained, 1 can of black beans, 1 can of green chilies, 1 can of enchilada sauce, red or green will work, 1 can of chicken drained. Did I say 1 can of kidney beans? Did I say that? 1 can of chicken stock and 1 can of diced tomatoes. I hope I got all that in there, y'all. This is a recipe, I think that I got it off of 12 Tomatoes website a few years ago, and it's usually just the one I make because it's so easy. It's everything out of a can, but you could change the meat up and use cook up some ground beef if you wanted to. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add in 1 packet of taco seasoning mix. You could use store-bought, or if you make your own, you could put that in there. I think it calls for 1 ounce, which is exactly what this is. So just put 1 ounce of your homemade, and then we're going to put a 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder, 1/2 teaspoon of cumin, teaspoon of garlic powder. And a half a teaspoon of onion powder. And that's it. That is our soup. And I'm just going to simmer it on the stove here for a couple of hours on low. Hey Caroline, or Carolyn, I'm not sure how you say it. Hey Sherry. All right, so let me stir all this together and I'm gonna get a lid on it here. So that is what we're having for our meal tonight. And then we'll have leftovers for soup for tomorrow for lunch. Get my spoon rest here. And let me get a lid on this. And we're just going to let that go. And I do have some, so I think I have some tortilla strips left, and I'm not sure if we have sour cream in there. I think I have some green onions in there, some cheese. So, you know, whatever toppings you like to put on yours. Stacy, it's all the way up. It's all the way up, y'all. Okay, let me come a little closer. Microphones, I mean, I don't have a microphone on, but it should be fine. I mean, this is how I normally video, so let me make sure, but yeah. Yeah, it's all the way up. Hey, Tammy. Are y'all doing anything fun today? Are you just relaxing? Anybody going to any fall, like, pumpkin patches or anything like that? We used to do that a lot when the kids were younger, but I don't know, I feel kind of odd just me and Matt going to a little place like that, because they usually have everything set up, little things for children and stuff, and we would just go and buy some pumpkins. All right, so basically that's it, y'all. I just wanted to hop on here. I was going to get this soup going, and I thought I would just come on here and do it with y'all. Yeah, you can make it in a crock pot with raw chicken, Lisa. You sure can. I started to put it in a crock pot, but I think I might be using my crock pot tomorrow. So I just thought, well, I'll just go ahead and put it in this big old cast iron. Good, I'm glad y'all can hear me. Sometimes, you know, it's just, it may be internet things, it may be location. So it looks backwards. I don't know. I know that I've got the camera facing me so I can see comments, but I think what happens is when I reverse the camera and flip it, like if Matt were standing there and reading comments so that I could do what I need to do over here, I think that does kind of make your room backwards. Because I know sometimes people will say, I'm right-handed, but if you watch what they're doing, it looks like they're left-handed. So it's something with the camera. Gloria's watching the Cowboys game. Matt, did Clemson win last night? They did. I thought so. I was watching TV in the living room, and he was watching the game downstairs in his little man cave, or whatever you want to call it. And I had been watching, I don't know if I was watching a show or I might have been watching something on the internet, and I looked up at one point. It'd been about an hour and a half, and I'm like, I haven't heard a peep out of there. I wonder if Matt's asleep or do I need to check on him? Because usually if the game's not going well, you'll know it. And so I was fixing to get up and go check on him, and I heard him down there talking to one of the dogs or something. So yeah, they won. What about Marshall?
Yeah, they won too.
So it was a good day. Browns Island for the, was it Fall Festival, somebody said? Someone had a yard sale yesterday and they're relaxing today. Tammy's having chili. Hey, Castoria. Yeah, it's just gonna be an easy supper tonight. So I like those kind of meals. Hey, Dale in Virginia and Barbara. It's Thanksgiving there today in Canada. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, Antoinette's having a storm. Is it in New Jersey? Yeah, if I watch my, some people, if I watch them on my laptop, which is what I use most of the time when I'm watching, I like to have a big screen because it's hard for me to see stuff. And if it's something that I have trouble hearing, but other things are normal, I'll put my little earbuds in and you hear everything. Let's see. June loves the orange tree. I do too. I forgot to I thought I plugged it up, but I forgot to turn it on. Let me turn it on. I've had this tree for about 4 years and I keep forgetting to put it out. So, let me set these over here. Y'all, I think I'm gonna have to dump my sourdough starter because I checked it this morning and it's starting to separate and it's giving a kind of an off odor. So I think I'm gonna have to dump it. I think I did something wrong. But I think I was telling Santa's helper last night that I think I know what I want Santa to bring me for Christmas. And I want a bread maker. Amanda, my niece, has got me wanting to make bread. And she does the sourdough starter, but she said it's just so easy for her to just put her stuff in a bread machine. And I had been looking at a couple of bread machines, and I've got one on Amazon that I really like. So I told Santa's helper if he could let Santa know that I think I might, unless I change my mind, I might want a bread machine for Christmas. Because so many times, I buy the half loaves, and I can pretty much use those up pretty quick. Then, I'm out of bread and I don't want to run to the store. So and then if I buy the big loaf, I won't use it. Make that make sense? I don't know. But these bread machines make that smaller loaf. And anytime you need bread, you can just go in there and, put your ingredients in, and in a few hours, you'll have some bread. Yeah, it is a cute tree, isn't it, Pamela? It's got it's got a witch's hat up here. I don't know if y'all can see it from way back here. I'll try to pull it a little bit closer. And then it's purple and orange on here. I have another one when Halloween's over, and I think I don't remember if it's a white one, and it's got like fall colored bulbs, and I can't remember what it's got at the top. But if I remember to pull it out. Diane has a bread maker from the 90s and it still works and it makes butter. I'm not sure that I haven't read everything on the one on Amazon, but it's one that looks like a vintage, more of a vintage looking bread machine. And I know you can put fruit or nuts in it, and then it'll add that as at the proper time when you're doing your bread. So That sounds good. Like if you want to make cinnamon raisin bread or something with some nuts in it. So, let's see. Thank you, Michelle. Now I can't see your comments. Yeah, Sean, I put it in the refrigerator and the freezer sometimes, but when I do that after a few days and you want just a sandwich, now if you're going to make toast or something like that, it's fine, or French toast, but if I want a fresh sandwich, I like to have kind of fresher bread for just a sandwich that I'm not cooking. Let's see, Sarah just made Texas Roadhouse rolls today, so easy to make. Oh, that sounds good. Have you tried, let me see if I can find it. I just bought this. Okay, girls and boys. Yeah. Okay, Lucy. Go through here. Here, Lucy. Good girl. Oops.
Come on.
Go outside.
Let's go.
Have y'all tried this? I just bought it for the first time. And it's the butter like you get at Texas Roadhouse with the cinnamon, honey cinnamon whipped buttery spread. So.
That's not for you, baby. That's, come on.
No, this is butter, Lucy. We'll get you something when you come back in. So anyway, I haven't tried it. I don't know if it's good, but I think it would be like on those Bridgeford or whatever rolls I make. I bet this would be really good on there. But they do make it. It's not like the Texas Roadhouse yeast rolls, but they do have like a, would you mind putting that in there for me, Matt, please? They do have some kind of a roll, dinner roll, that's really tasty. Oops, I think I stopped the comments. Gail says bread machines take too long, at least an hour or more. I don't use my, I think you can, I think you can put them, some of them like, you put your stuff in and some of them have timers, don't they?
I think so.
But yeah, but I would put it on like, you know, for a supper time meal, I would put it on, you know, early afternoon or whatever it calls for. It's okay, not as good as Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, nothing's as good as the real thing. There we go. I think I caught up with the comments there. But anyway, let me see how our little taco soup is doing here. Looks good. And y'all, I put on my little Halloween spatulas. These are all from the Dollar Tree. And my sister at the beach had bought me this last year. And I'm not sure if you can put hot, like coffee in it. And so I didn't want to risk it. I could drink juice or something like that. But I thought, I'm going to stick these little spatulas in there. Aren't they cute? So that's what I've got, my little Halloween. I've got a couple of fall ones in there too. Just to have them if I need them. Let's see. Deborah, we're doing great today. We're just having a slow day, and we're going to have a bowl of soup for supper. Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you for joining. Cheryl says hers takes 3 hours, but it's so good. Yeah, I would, you know, it wouldn't be the greatest thing for Matt to eat all those carbs, but once in a while. But, you know, just, they don't make huge loaves of bread, I don't think. But anyway, but I think I'm going to ask Santa for one. I think I already have one picked out. I just have to read all the details and make sure it's exactly what I want. Let's see. Well, I guess I'm going to get off of here, y'all. I'm going to pour this in a container because whatever I make in my crock pot tomorrow, we're going to have some creamed corn with it. You know, it pays to look at what you're pulling out of your pantry. When it says corn, it might be a different kind. Lenola made potato soup. Mama eats potato soup all the time. Yesterday I was talking to her and she said she was eating potato soup, but she said really it's just onion soup with a few potatoes in it. She loves onions. Oh, thank you. Is it Dina? Thank you. That was so nice of you to say. So yeah, she'll go and she'll just make a small little pot of potato soup, and she likes a lot of onions in it. So yeah, she loves potato soup. Lauren, Matt, what did you decide on the winterizing for the camper?
I didn't do it this year.
Last year we, asked them to do it and they hadn't gotten around to do it. So that's why we were kind of holding off because we want to make sure they do it.
I didn't do it this year. I mean, I don't know if I should. I mean, it's at where it's parked. I don't know how cold it really gets.
Yeah. Thank you, Teresa.
I mean, I probably should do it, but...
Yeah. Okay, y'all, here comes Mr. T. Well, I'm going to get off here, y'all, because I think that once Lucy and Thunder's standing in the doorway, once they come barreling through, do I make kale soup? I haven't made kale soup. I think I have made a soup that has had kale in it before. Hey, Trisha in Georgia. But, hey, Lucy. Go ask Paul. He's got your treats over there. I bet he's got a peanut butter cookie for you. How does your mama cook potato soup? I think what she does is she puts a little butter in the pan with some milk, and she cuts up a few little potatoes and puts onion in there and salt and pepper, I want to say. It's pretty simple because she doesn't do complicated.
Thunder down here. I haven't given it to you.
Okay, Deb, I'll check it. I'll check it out. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah.
Did she get her treat?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to get off here, y'all, so I can help him get Thunder and
He
Lucy.
thinks it's there for some reason.
He can't find it.
It's
Did
in
you
my
drop
hand.
it? Oh,
No, it's-
okay. Y'all, these dogs, I tell you. All right, y'all have a great Sunday afternoon, and I'll do a little reel later and show you our little bowls of soup, okay? Thank y'all for stopping by, and I hope y'all have a great afternoon. Bye.
Good boy.